friends, this is Utsa here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are coming back here, thank you, and if you are coming here for the first time, welcome. So here are 6 things that you should consider before starting home baking or home baking business. Number 1 is, do you have time? Ask this question to yourself. Do you have time? Because baking is not a matter of 5 minutes or a half an hour work. It takes a long time to bake, to decorate a cake, and to test the recipes. It's all about trials and errors and getting and finding what is best, and then what you can offer to others. So it is not a one-day business or not a half an hour or 1 hour business. It takes a lot of time. So do you have time? If you have time and you are ready to do the hard work, that is for you. Baking and the business is for you too. Can you stand for long hours and work? Really, baking is something that requires a lot of standing, roaming around, and then you hardly get time to sit. So if you can stand and then you have no problem with your legs standing for long hours, and if you are ready to do the deal, you are the one who can start a baking business from home and who can work long hours. The parties, do you love going out with your friends often, going to maybe a shopping with your friends or families? Then baking and this baking business is not for you. Why? Because baking will require, this baking and cake business will require a lot of time, a lot of sacrifices, and you need to say no to many invitations and hanging out, proposals and all. So if you are ready to sacrifice the time, ready to sacrifice the gatherings and the parties that you love, then baking is for you, and then you can carry on with this baking business from home. Number 4, do you like seeing dishes all over your sink throughout the day? Every time you bake, there is like loads of baking stuff all around. Cleaning and dishes is something that will become your usual scenery in your house. So if you are someone who do not like to wash dishes, or you don't want to see dishes on your sink all the time, it is not for you. Because I'm telling you, there is going to be a lot of dishes. So if you're ready for it, you can do it. But if you think you cannot do the dishes all the time, or want to see any sight of dishes in your sink, baking is definitely not for you. 5, do you have patience? Yes, patience. If you have patience to wait for the cakes to bake and then cool down and then decorate, and then you can proceed further, then you can do it. But if you have no patience, you cannot wait for something to be quick and faster, then baking is definitely not for you, because it requires a lot of patience to test the recipes, and sometimes it doesn't work. Most of the time, the recipes that you see on social media and all, if you try, it doesn't come out as it looks there in the pictures and videos. So you need to give another try, something you need to reduce, or something you need to add in it, and then do a lot of experimentations and all, and it requires patience. So if you do not have patience, you should not head into baking or into baking business from home. 6, very important, are you a multitasker? Especially if you want to run a home baking business, a home run business, then you need to be a multitasker. There is no other way out. If you use, most of the time you become the one-man army, and then you have to do the baking, the decorating, the cleaning sometimes. Definitely if you have hands to help you, that will be great, but still you will be doing most of the work. And not only that, the business part of it, marketing, advertising, and even the calculating the cost and the price and the profits, everything. So if you are ready for multitasking, and then you want to do it and you are happy about it, then yes, baking is for you. But if you cannot handle the pressure of multitasking, then baking is definitely not for you, and definitely baking from home and doing the business from home is not for you. And very important, are you a quitter, or do you give up very easily? If you are the one who do not like to lose, or you do not have the patience to work on, again the patience comes here. So if you are somebody who quits very easily and who jumps over things very easily, then baking is definitely not for you, because it's going to take time and it's going to take patience to go through. And if you quit, then the baking business will definitely fail, and all the investment required and all the hard work you have done will be of vain. So you will be doing it for nothing. So remember, if you are the one who do not quit easily, and if you have patience, you have time, you can work hard, you can multitask, that business is for you and baking is for you. And then you can go ahead with confidence, then you and that you can rock your TS. So if you have these things in you, you should do, otherwise, and definitely you should not do otherwise you are going to have a difficult time and then a lot of losses also. One bonus thing for you, whether you should start baking or baking business from home, is whether you like to measure things. Are you the one who can cut the potatoes and onions and everything that you cook into smaller pieces, and you love doing that, you enjoy doing that? Or you are like my mom. I remember her cutting potatoes to save time just into 4 pieces, and 4 pieces of tomatoes, and putting all together, and within 5 to 10 minutes her curry would be ready. Why? Because she doesn't like spending time in the kitchen. She just likes to put things together as fast as possible and cook something, although it will be delicious, but like she doesn't want to do the hard work. And if you are somebody like that, you cannot do that in baking, and you should not be doing baking in that way, because baking requires measuring things, using a scale and a cups, and there are so many variations. So you need to measure each and everything, even especially like the leaveners. If you put less or more, it's not like cooking a curry where if salt is a little bit more or less, it's okay. But in baking, no, the things will turn out something very, very unexpected. So if you are somebody like that, you should not be venturing into baking. So better you go into the kitchen and cook the curry as fast as possible and not do the baking. But if you have the patience, again patience, yes, to measure things, calculate things, you can definitely do baking, and then you can definitely start your home baking business.